This is episode 2269 of your daily meditation podcast. I'm Mary Meckley, your host and guide, and I welcome you. I honor you. I welcome you to day 6 of our series. We're exploring this week on managing crisis fatigue. How are you doing? You have a challenge this week. Your challenge is a healthy boundaries challenge. And you are encouraged to consider the areas of your life where you are feeling burned out, fatigued. Could be in regard to relationships. Could be in regard to your work, your fitness routine, or just feeling burned out by the fear and uncertainty of living through a pandemic. That's quite enough. Living through a pandemic is an extraordinary experience. Not always a great experience, but certainly it's a time to allow yourself to slow down. In fact, that is your affirmation for this week, to give yourself permission to slow down. Well, in the next to the last episode of every series, that's what today is, day 6. Tomorrow's the final episode at day 7. You are always guided to layer together the meditation techniques you've explored all week long. And this is how I meditate every time I sit down to meditate. I do an affirmation, a breathing technique. I might do a few different breathing techniques. I usually always hold my hand in a mudra. Before I even sit down, I do some yoga asanas. Now, there is a yoga asana that is customized for you, prepared for you in each week's series when you go a little more deeply into the series on the Sip and Om meditation app. You can find that guide, and there's also an herbal tea for you there, as well as a journal. And you can try the app for 7 days free. Well, I do a yoga asana. I sit down, I do an affirmation, the breathing techniques, as I mentioned, the mudra, and then I often focus on a chakra, an area in my body where I notice that I'm holding a particular emotion. And it's always interesting to notice my emotions each day. Sometimes I have the same kind of emotion because I'm maybe going through something more extenuating. So I haven't finished going through it yet. So I'm still experiencing the same emotion day after day. But other times I notice that when I sit down to meditate, I'm experiencing different things at each meditation. So this is a way for you to layer the meditation techniques together. Now, you also have your journal prompt for all of you journalers out there, and this is what you'll reflect on as you meditate. It's to listen to your soul, and you get extra bonus points if you create a soul schedule for yourself where you begin to set aside time on an ongoing basis where you listen to your soul. What are those passions and your inner truth that you may not be revealing so often, especially if you're experiencing a lot of emotional, physical, or even this spiritual or soul fatigue, this deepness within your soul you feel is missing because you might be feeling distracted and feeling a lot of self-doubt. So you have a little lifestyle tip to help you along the way before I guide you in your meditation. And I thought that I would share a message from your fellow meditator and allow you to see what other people do to help them remain focused and consistent with their own meditation rituals, where you can beautifully listen to your soul. This is a message from Jackie from Egypt, Now, Jackie's shared on the podcast before. We connect often, and you can connect with me too by sending me a direct message on my Sip and Ohm Instagram account. I would love to hear from you. Jackie is a mental health counselor, and she says, I want to thank you for today's episode, Staying True to Yourself. So for you, that was yesterday's episode. She says, I applied the core of your message in a different way. As a counselor, and as I help others, I was just thinking, I don't want to feel judged if I didn't meet my client's agenda in one of our sessions, as some people may want to use me to just feel good or to not face certain areas in their lives. And I was praying before listening to your episode to feel free from any judgments or the thoughts of meeting anyone's expectations. Then the same morning when I meditated in your message, I said to myself, I am who I am. I am not to be compared with anyone. My goal is not to please anyone, and I'm free of what people might think of me. So as you settle yourself down and get ready to meditate, know that this could be a great affirmation that you repeat to yourself in your own way about not allowing yourself to judge yourself or others as you get ready to reflect and meditate. Honestly, doing this before you start your day could be fantastic. And then as you end your day, you might want to review your day and think about times when you did feel judgment. We all go through these times where we're doing pretty well, but then we slip. Something happens, we're ungrounded, and we can begin to start judging. So if you allow yourself to be as you are, to be free of judgment of yourself and others as you meditate, you may be surprised by how much your soul, your spirit, and your passions unfold. So as you sit up straight, close your eyes, keeping them slightly elevated upward. You may place your hands in the Kali Mudra for this week, where you hold your hands at your chest, intertwining your fingers, extending your index fingers upward, touching them together, and then placing your left thumb over your right thumb. Now, mentally affirm, I am worth slowing down for. I am worth slowing down for. Inhale through your nose, a nice deep inhale. And as you do so, listen to what you need. Listen to your spirit. Listen to your soul. What do you need now? As you exhale, let go of tension. Again, inhale through your nose, listening to what you need most now. As you exhale, let go of tension. Now focus at your throat, your fifth chakra. You could visualize the color of confidence, of truth, indigo blue. And as you inhale and exhale, begin to listen to your inner truth. And think of how others perceive you and how you show up in the world. I invite you to repeat, I am who I am. I am not to be compared with anyone. My goal is not to please anyone. I'm free of what people might think about me. Take these words deeply within yourself, knowing you are so worth slowing down for.